Think about it here in the United States, UK, Australia, and beyond. We wake up surrounded by gadgets, phones, chargers, smart speakers. But every now and then, you see something from another country and think, wait, why don't we have this? From charging your car in minutes to parking garages that look like sci-fi elevators, the East has been quietly showing us how far technology can go. And once you see these, you'll wonder why the rest of us are still fumbling with the basics. Number 1. The 5-minute EV battery swap that feels like magic. Okay, here's the deal. If you've got an electric car in the United States, UK, Australia, or anywhere else, charging is kind of a pain. You plug it in, stare at the little lightning icon on the screen, and watch it crawl up so slowly it feels like watching paint dry. Sometimes it's 30 minutes at a fast charger, sometimes an hour, and if all the chargers are full, good luck. You're basically stuck waiting around, scrolling your phone, hoping the car gets enough juice to keep going. Now, here's how China does it. Instead of waiting, they just swap the whole battery. You drive into a NIO battery swap station. Think of it like a car wash for EVs. The car lines up, the machine lifts it slightly, removes your empty battery, slides in a fully charged one, locks it in place, and boom, you're ready to drive. The whole thing takes about 5 minutes. Seriously, by the time you'd be unwrapping a fast food burger at a charging station, drivers in China are already back on the highway with a fresh 600-kilometer range. And the best part? You don't even get out of the car. The system does everything for you while you just sit there, maybe answering a text or checking your GPS. It's quick, clean, and actually stress-free. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still juggling charging cables, wondering if we've parked close enough, and nervously eyeing the clock because we've got somewhere to be. In China, it's like swap, click, done. Honestly, that's the future we're all waiting for. Number 2. How Asia solved the dead phone battery problem overnight. Alright, let's be honest. Running out of phone battery in the middle of the day is modern-day panic. You're in a mall, your battery is at 5%, your friend still hasn't texted back where they are, and suddenly, your phone dies. In the United States, UK, Australia, and beyond, your options are find a wall outlet and sit on the floor like a phone charging goblin, or buy one of those overpriced portable chargers you'll probably lose in a week. In China, they've turned this nightmare into a non-issue. Everywhere you go, restaurants, train stations, coffee shops, even parks, you'll see little rental kiosks filled with power banks. You just scan a QR code, pull one out, plug in your phone, and walk away with it. When you're done, you return it to any kiosk, not just the one you took it from. It's like bike sharing, but for keeping your phone alive. The whole thing is ridiculously convenient. No begging a waiter to plug in your charger, no fighting over the one working outlet in the corner. Your phone stays powered, and you stay moving. Meanwhile, in the West, we're still sitting cross-legged next to vending machines in airports with our phone charging at 1% per year, looking like we've been exiled from society. China's out here handing out portable power like it's a public service. Number 3. The parking tower that eats cars for breakfast. Finding a parking spot in cities like New York, London, or Sydney is basically a street-level version of the Hunger Games. You circle the block 10 times, fight someone for a half space that your SUV will never fit into, and by the time you finally park, you've aged 3 years. Japan looked at that chaos and said, no thanks. Instead, they've got automated car parking towers, giant vertical storage systems that literally take your car and stack it inside a high-rise garage. Here's how it works. You pull your car into a loading bay, step out, tap a screen, and the system lifts your car onto a platform and slides it away into the tower. Hours later, when you need it back, you tap again, and like magic, your car is delivered right back down to you. No scratches, no dings, no stress. It's efficient, it saves space in crowded cities, and honestly, it feels like something out of a spy movie. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still squeezing into tight parallel spots, praying the car behind us doesn't tap our bumper, and dealing with car parks or parking garages that cost as much as a hotel room for 2 hours. Japan's cars get valet service from a robot. Ours just get door dings from strangers. Quick break. If you're enjoying this list, make sure to hit like and subscribe. We've got some seriously clever gadgets still coming up that'll have you saying, wait, why don't we have that everywhere already? Stick around. You'll want to see these. Number 4. The sidewalk that literally saves smartphone zombies. We've all seen it. Someone glued to their phone, drifting toward a busy street like they're in a trance. You want to yell, "Look up," but by then, it's already too late. Meanwhile, the rest of us, we throw up a few extra street signs. You know, the usual painted warnings on the road, flashing pedestrian signals, or big yellow signs that say, "Crosswalk ahead." In South Korea, they built an actual solution. At certain intersections, they've added LED lights right into the ground at crosswalks. Green means go, red means stop, just like the overhead traffic signals, but these glow under your feet. So even if someone's staring at TikTok instead of the road, they'll notice the color change on the pavement and hopefully stop walking. It's a clever fix for the smartphone zombie problem, and it works. Instead of relying on distracted people to suddenly gain awareness, South Korea designed the environment to meet them where their eyes already are, on the ground and their screens. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still honking at people who wander into traffic mid-text, praying they don't become a viral news headline. Number 5. China. The smart mower that knows your lawn better than you do. Most people think mowing the lawn is just one of those chores you can't escape. You either spend your weekend sweating behind a noisy mower, or you pay someone else to do it. In China, though, they've leveled it up with the Roborock Mow Z1, a robot lawnmower that's actually smart. Unlike the clunky robot mowers you might have seen in the West that just bounce around randomly, this one uses advanced AI vision and satellite-style RTK positioning. Translation: it actually knows where it is in your yard. On grass, it cuts in precise, straight lines instead of zigzags, so the lawn looks like a pro landscaper just left. And when it rolls onto harder ground or edges, it's got all-wheel drive and sensors to get within about 3 centimeters of walls and borders, meaning no ugly tufts left behind. And here's the best part. While the rest of us are still pulling cords, fixing jammed blades, or pushing heavy mowers in the heat, in China, people are literally watching a robot handle the entire job while they sit in the shade. It's neat, efficient, and way ahead of what most of us have. Basically, the Mao Z1 is cutting lawns like it's on a mission, while the rest of us are still pushing noisy dinosaurs around. Number 6. The robot vacuum that actually gets it right. Most of us know the pain of a so-called smart vacuum. You set it loose, and it immediately gets tangled in a rug tassel, eats a phone charger, or bumps the same corner 12 times before giving up with a sad little beep. Then your phone buzzes with that dreaded message, "Error, please rescue me." Great, now you're babysitting a vacuum cleaner. In China, they've got the Dream Matrix 10 Ultra, and this thing actually earns the word smart. On carpets, it's a beast. Instead of just skimming the surface, it senses the fabric and automatically cranks up suction, pulling up the dirt and pet hair that other vacuums politely glide over. No more clean lines on your carpet that look nice, but leave half the dust still hiding underneath. This one really digs in. Then, when it rolls onto hard floors, it switches gears completely. It doesn't just keep vacuuming, it drops its mop pads, and here's the kicker. It swaps between different mop pads on its own. One for tile, one for hardwood, one for bathroom floors. So you're not smearing bathroom germs across your kitchen, something every normal mop and most robot mops are guilty of. Meanwhile, the rest of us are stuck with vacuums that choke on rugs, skid uselessly across floors, and then cry for help like needy pets. China's version, it knows exactly where it is, what it's cleaning, and how to do it right. Number 7. Soap that disappears in your hand, but actually works. Here's a classic. You walk into a public restroom, turn on the tap, and go to pump the soap. Nothing. Just an empty dispenser mocking you while you wonder how many germs you've just picked up from the handle. In the US, UK, Australia, and elsewhere, we've all been there, rinsing with plain water like it's doing anything, and pretending that counts as hygiene. In Japan, they've already solved it with something so simple, it's kind of insulting. Portable soap sheets. They look like little slips of paper tucked inside a pocket-sized case. Add water, rub, and instantly, you've got real foamy soap in your hands. No bulky bottles, no sticky sanitizers that smell like vodka. Just clean hands, anytime, anywhere. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still fumbling for hand sanitizer that leaked all over our bag. Japan's casually carrying origami-sized soap, and we're still failing. Hygiene 101. Number 8. The friendly robot that wants to be part of your family. Here's the thing. Most of us think of robots as vacuum cleaners that get stuck under the couch, or that creepy thing Boston Dynamics makes that looks like it could chase you down a dark alley. But in Taiwan, they've built a robot that's not here to scare you. It's here to actually hang out with you. Meet Yonbo, the AI companion robot. It's basically designed to be your digital buddy. This thing doesn't just beep and roll around, it actually sees you, listens to you, remembers what you said last week, and then adapts like a friend would. It recognizes emotions, so if you're in a bad mood, it doesn't awkwardly keep asking, "How's your day?" It responds in a way that feels natural. Imagine it with kids, helping with learning games, telling stories, or just being that little buddy who keeps them entertained without handing over an iPad. But it's not just for kids. Adults use it too, whether you want a companion to chat with, someone who remembers your routines, or just a friendly little robot that makes the house feel less empty. Meanwhile, our idea of AI companionship is yelling at Alexa to set a timer and hoping she doesn't misunderstand you for the third time. Taiwan's out here building robots that not only talk, but actually remember you and interact in a way that feels almost human. It's like the difference between a microwave that beeps when it's done and one that asks, "Hey, do you want me to keep your food warm until you're ready?" Honestly, Yonbo feels less like a gadget and more like the start of what we always imagined robots would be, a companion, not just a machine. Curious for more? Hit the video right there and let's dive into the next set of gadgets.